Yo! What is up? What is happening? Hope everybody's doing well. So, we've got some Alliance War here. Not my best war. Not my worst war. Let's check it out. Going in here, I had to bring in I hate bringing in this team, but there was a mystic that is usually not on this node, and which made me think that maybe it was like a ambush node, and they would put like a magic or a dorm in a place where you wouldn't think they would be. But first, we're gonna hit these two diversity nodes. I learned my lesson against that Black Bolt. Know not to use a special on this first node, or if you do, make sure they have no power. And 2, use the 10% boost, because I don't really use those for my rest of my main path, and they kind of just sit around, so why not use them? Why not use those little tenors? So we're just going to go in here. We got a 6-star tech. I was thinking Green Goblin, and that's who it was. So we're just going to play pretty simple. He did give me an opening there, but I'd rather just build up some poise, and that's what we're going to do. So later in this war, there's a very valuable. So I learned my lesson. Let's see, last war where I had a Iron War Infinity Man on my Vigor node, and I almost had him down, and I died he had 5% health left. Because I got clipped by a heavy. It was super dumb. And then I went back in angry with Blade, and he actually ended up regenning health, and then I had to go back in with Starkey, so I really lost 2 of the bigger attack bonuses, came away with the little one. So there's an interesting thing that happens that I'll show you, and I was actually proud of myself. Even though I didn't play very well, I made a smart decision. Anyway, so we will worry about that when we get there. Here we've got a 5-star Science. I really have no idea who this is going to be. I've seen a MODOK here, actually, and it's Sentry. I have seen a Sentry here before as well. I've seen a 6-star Sentry. There is a 100% cornered node, which is good for this, actually, because his L1 is unblockable for this one, which is, I mean, he's got an easy L1 to dodge, but sometimes the unblockables can catch you by surprise, and you can get clipped. But super easy, real quick, and yeah, now we're gonna move on and do the rest of my path. Let's go check that out. Okay, going in here, we've got a 5-star Mutant. I'm thinking Storm. When I see a Mutant here, it's usually Storm. So that's an easy fight. I would not be worried. Back of my mind was is it Domino? Because I've seen her here once before. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I was like, who is this? Is it Storm? No, it's Rogue. And I was like, huh. I was like, if they're running Limber maxed, this is going to be interesting, because I do rely on my heavy to do, to get the power drain. And you can see there, luckily my auto evade got there, because she's definitely running full Limber. So look at this L2, man. I need to dupe that Starkey again. No crits. And I'm like, oh god, all right, I need this power drain. Okay, so I'm gonna do it here. Oh no, she doesn't go far enough. And I was like, oh god, I'm gonna have to do an early evade, which I did, and I was actually pretty happy with that. To make that decision on the fly, to know that if I needed to do the heavy, to counter her heavy with my heavy, I had to evade super quick. When I saw her in the very beginning stages of charging her heavy, I had to pull back and get mine off, or else it wouldn't reach. The interaction wouldn't work. So that's actually a good placement because it's difficult to get your heavy off. So this next fight is also very interesting. This is so it's a mystic, right? I want to go in with my blade, just in case it's a villain, I'll have danger sense. This is a limber node, and it's actually juggy. So I know this is going to be full MD. I've got a new style that somebody tipped me onto in the comments a couple wars ago, where it's a 0 dex, or as few dexes as you can. So I'm not going to be evading. I'm just going to be taking blocks. And with Blade, you can do that because you're going to regen a lot of the block damage. The only dexes, or the only evades you're going to do are on heavies, and if, like, I was a little late there, but usually you won't get any dex procs. But I am getting dex procs on those heavies, which is, I guess maybe with jugs it's a little easier, or it's a little bit more difficult to not get one. But that doesn't matter. I'm going to throw off an L2 here. It is a bleed immune node, which is probably why this fight's taking a little longer. So yeah, you can see he's really not gaining power that often. I'm really, obviously not proccing dexterity. I did not mean to run in there. I was pressing block, and for some reason, the screen registered as a lunge. So yeah. Anyways, so this is actually a very safe way to play this guy. It's like basic. You just don't need to worry about the MD. I wish I had known about this sooner because that was a super lax fight. I was actually pretty happy with that because sometimes like any champion with max MD can be difficult. Okay, so we're going in here. It's a cosmic, and I was 100% like I thought it was Medusa. Like, it's just what I thought. So we're gonna go in here with Stark Spidey. This is the cornered vigor node, and we go in here, and it is Hyperion, and I was like, uh-oh. Like, I know a lot of people like to fight Hyperion with Starkey because you can taunt and you can bait out specials, but I don't proc a taunt there, so I got the taunt. And, but I just have a hard time fighting Hyperion with Starkey for some reason. I don't know why, man. But you can see, like, his power gain is vicious, and I'm like, oh god, I don't like this. He gets to his, but I managed to get the heavy off, so it's a power drain, but he's gaining power just, like, so fast. And I'm like, why? Just throw your special. So he throws the L1, but he's got another power gain, and I'm like, Jesus, man. This is not going well. This is scary. I'm like, throw it, throw it, throw it, throw it. Oh, God. Okay. So he's got his L3, and it's actually, I see it doesn't do very much damage. He doesn't have any Furies up. And I'm like, okay, like, I was like, you know what? I could probably even survive another one of those. My stupid ass didn't see the charges that he had up there. And I throw my L2, there was a weird power bug. I didn't really read that correctly, and all of a sudden he's got another L3. And I'm like, oh god, no, 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 no. Why is this happening to me? Oh god. And I'm dead. It's because he had those 3 nuclear charge things, and all of a sudden his L3 hits for big. You saw that was a weird, the power bug, where like, it looked like it was like gray, and fucking, I don't know. And I mean, I shouldn't have thrown the L2, but still, like, I wasn't able to really read his power meter on the fly. I don't know. But still my fault. Can't blame anything else like that. But this comes back to the lesson I learned last war, and that is, if you die, chill out. Do not go back in there right away. Take a breath. So I did that. I put my phone down. I went back into chat. Talked to the guys, asked for advice, and it turns out that the guy coming up path 5 would have a better counter, or a great counter to that Hyperion, and I should just chill out so we can save the attack bonus. And that's what happened. So even though I died, that's unacceptable. With that said, when this happens, you gotta continue to make smart decisions. You can't just like spiral yourself. and maybe go back in there, fight frustrated, possibly put up another death. Yeah, so this alliance was a international alliance, and they were one of the international alliances that got in trouble with Kabam. And were deducted, had their Alliance War seasons or Alliance War rating reduced, and they had 3 of their guys were banned. Now I assume the Alliance didn't want to kick those 3 guys because they still wanted the rewards, so it was actually 30 against 27. We did take the win. I don't think they were piloting. They had 28 deaths, I think, something like that. Which, man, if you're piloting, you're gonna at least go below 20, even on a bad day for pilots, I guess. So I don't think they were piloting, to be quite honest. So we took the win, and I think I'm not gonna really comment on the things that Kabam is doing to punish the cheaters. I'm not going to comment on that. The only thing I'm going to comment is that cheating, piloting, modding has no place in this game. I put so much time and energy and passion in this game for that effort to be met with cheaters manipulating the system for their gains is infuriating and preposterous. I hope Kabam takes the necessary actions to remove these players. I don't care, and neither should they, how much money they spend. You will get honest players who will spend a ton of money. You do not want cheaters to give your game a bad name. With that said, I have thoroughly enjoyed this Alliance War season. I enjoyed that war. I look forward to the last 2. And yeah, hope you guys have a fantastic day. Peace!